right, what's up? Episode 1 of What the Nerd. How we doing, Logan? How we feeling?
We are doing good. We're feeling great.
Oh,
Got me some
yes.
coffee right here.
Uh-huh.
First
You
sip.
can't see him, but he's there. He's there.
I promise I am not just a figment of your imagination. I
Mm-hmm.
will be getting a camera
Shout
soon.
out Liquid Death, the
I,
go.
I, I just got some shitty coffee here, so. All
All
right.
right. So episode 1, we're going Doctor Doom, baby.
Tackling Doom, baby.
Like I said in the intro, we're gonna go Doctor Doom. All right, Logan, how do we feel about RDJ? We need
Okay.
to know.
All right. I know my personal take. I love RDJ.
Mhm.
Loved him as Iron Man, but I think it's lazy. At least to me, it seems like it's just like a Hail Mary to save the MCU by bringing back the most popular actor, right? And I haven't seen Oppenheimer,
Oh,
but
really?
I
He
know he
dominated in
played a
Oppenheimer.
villain in Oppenheimer, and didn't he win an Oscar for that?
Yeah, he made his stake as a actor by winning an Oscar and not
Yeah.
just
And I've
a
heard
comic
people
book
say,
movie actor. So
yeah, I've heard people say that with Oppenheimer, he proved that he doesn't just do comic books; that he can do
Mhm.
other forms and play other characters that aren't just Tony Stark.
yes.
So,
In my opinion, he's the best part of that movie.
right.
I thought it was kind of snooze fest, but that's just my opinion.
And so, my opinion on this may be a little washed,
Mhm.
but it does feel like they kind of ran out of ideas, and they were like, we got to do something. Let's bring back RDJ. Now, having known this for a little bit, I am growing on it.
Yeah.
I am getting used to it, and I am starting to look forward to it for a couple of reasons that I'll get into.
Yeah.
Here- in a
Let
bit.
me say something here. I think like it is lazy. I don't think he doesn't fit the Doom. Like we need a European guy. Like
Mhm.
Doom is from I'm blanking on the name.
Latveria.
Latveria, bro. We need if RDJ Robert Downey can pull off a Latvian accent, I'm sold. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And it's like it also leads into so many like because you can do the comic where Doctor Doom and Iron Man switch. You can do that.
Right.
It leads into a lot of things. I'm just saying it's just gonna be so weird. You need a guy with an accent. That's like my big part of it. I'm like he doesn't fit that Latvian feel. You get me?
And something else that I am worried about, not as much so. I learned something that kind of squashed that, but not necessarily altogether, is that I am worried that they are going to make this iteration of Doom a variant of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Did you watch the do you know the comic of how they switched?
No, I have not watched that.
Okay.
But one thing that I learned that that has kind of quelled that is RDJ did an interview where he talked about how he kind of came into this role as Doom, and he was talking with Feige, and he said, I think the quote is verbatim, "Let's get Doctor Doom right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah,
get Victor Von Doom right."
Because to
So
be
that-
honest, in all of the Fantastic Four movies that we've had in the 21st century, he's been mediocre at best.
We don't talk about 2015. I don't consider that.
No.
No.
Ooh, is that
Um,
even Marvel or is that Sony?
No, that's Fox.
Oh, it's Fox. Okay, so it's not Marvel, but yeah.
So, so they started it with the intention of getting Victor Von Doom right,
Mhm.
and I assume that means sticking to the origin.
Yeah.
If they end up making him a variant of Tony Stark, I've seen situations where it could work, and where
I mean,
he
he's
could,
the bad guy. He's got to
Yeah.
be that guy.
and that kind of goes on with with the idea of new mask, same task. People have kind of thought that out to be like, oh, he's just going to be like, oh, a suit of armor around the world, but instead of being a protector, he's going to be a dictator.
Yes.
Now, I don't
But
think
the thing is,
I don't think that's what he meant by that.
the thing is, in the comic, if they're based, I'm just basing this off what we know, what we have source material. I'm basing off of that. In the comic, him and Victor Von Doom Victor Von Doom switches the brain out of like he does like a Freaky Friday,
Right.
and like and this switches it. So Victor Von Doom is Tony Stark, and Tony Stark is Victor Von Doom, and Victor Von Doom turns out to be the good guy in the story, and Tony Stark is the bad guy. If you catch where I'm going with that, it's
Yeah.
So I've seen people like they're gonna do that, They can't, because that makes Victor Von Doom a good guy, and you need him.
And
to just...
Tony Stark's dead in the MCU. So
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Work.
They can't do that unless he's going to exhume a grave fresh after burial, which don't.
They can't bring back another. I can't have a franchise bringing back dead people. I can't do it, man.
If you bring back dead people, it negates the toll that death took. Yeah. Their sacrifice was meaningless because.
And you can't say Deadpool did that. You can't say Deadpool did that because.
No, that's kind of Deadpool's whole thing. He doesn't.
Yes.
And he didn't bring back Wolverine.
With Logan. That's what I mean with that.
He just murdered people with his corpse.
Yeah.
It was a different Wolverine. They did touch the ending of Logan physically, but they did not touch it in a story changing the way that it ended kind of way.
Yes. So
now, hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me interject. I want to bring the conversation back to what I said about the new mask, same task.
Yes.
So I assume you've heard the leaks for the Kang Dynasty.
Yes.
Script.
Refresh me, but let me.
Okay. Everybody dies.
Yeah.
Everybody but a handful. I think it was only like 8 people survive. It was going to be a total wipeout. It was going to be everybody except for like the biggest names,
like Spider-Man,
Doctor Strange, Captain America.
Yes. Well, new Captain America.
Yeah, new Cap, Sam Wilson.
Yes.
I can't remember if Rhodey was supposed to die. Thor would have survived. It would have been a bloodbath, right, in Kang Dynasty. That's what the leaks have said. And I think by new mask, same task, I think that means that they are changing the face behind the mask. But I still think that it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. I think that we're still going to see the amount of death in Doomsday.
Okay.
I think that we're going to see the same amount of like absolute carnage and destruction that we would have seen in Kang Dynasty.
I mean, that's what the title's leading, like Doomsday, bro. So
Doomsday.
Are we
Nothing
saying,
good can come of that.
No. Are we saying that? Are you saying that it's gonna lead into like a multiverse Secret Wars? So it's gonna be more characters?
Yeah.
Because
So
let's say this: we know the rumors say that we got 60 plus characters for Doomsday.
Right.
So
and there was only 38
in Infinity War.
in game, not Infinity War, in game. And speaking about Infinity War, this wouldn't have been like they got snapped away. No, this is dead for good.
Murder.
These guys ain't coming back.
Yes.
They emphasized that in the leak is that these guys are dead. They're not coming back. We watch them die, or we hear about them dying, and there's no coming back from that. Now, I do think that most of the new characters that we see is going to be at the end of Doomsday, because I think by the end of Doomsday, he's going to have created Battle World.
Yes.
And I think
I can't wait for him to do that. That's what I'm so pumped for.
Yeah, one thing that I didn't like about Kang Dynasty's original script is that Battle World was supposed to be just like a scorched version of Earth.
Oh.
People
are saying Battle World is the Void.
That could work.
So we got Cassandra Nova kind of doing work. We got Cassandra Nova working with Doom, because she kind of rules the Void now.
She's dead.
So. Yeah.
But I guess we could see another Cassandra Nova. That'd feel a little cheap, though.
Okay. Taking over.
So let's talk characters.
My movie. Yes, I can't wait. I'm gonna say Fantastic Four is my most anticipated movie. This is the movie I'm so excited for. We've got the set leaks, we got the photos. Go look at them. They're really dope. We got the Thing looking like the Thing with his eyebrow. He actually
Practical.
has, yes, he actually has a costume like it was in the original. What was it? 2008?
2005, I think.
2005. Yeah, 2005, 2007 was the second one or no?
I think it was around 2007,
Yeah.
the Silver Surfer movie. That's
Yes.
one thing that those early Fantastic Four movies did really good was
Hmm.
they went against using purely CGI.
Yes.
And I like what they're doing with this new movie where it's a mix of CG and a practical costume. I think that's really important
Yes.
for setting for like having the Thing be a grounded character.
Mhm.
Is you got to have some sort of practical something to work with.
Yes. We'll get into Doom and Fantastic Four later, but I want to talk about this movie.
Okay.
Can we
Well,
yap about
yep.
this movie?
We'll pivot Fantastic Four.
Yes, Fantastic Four. So we got the Thing set. The other one that I'm really there's two, but the first one I'm gonna get so we get to see, I think it's Franklin Richards get born, which I am like so happy for. He is gonna be pretty essential for Secret Wars in my opinion, because he is like he's super powerful. He's like more
Right.
powerful than his dad. Because his dad's just smart and he's got like the elastic stuff, but he in the comics he can like manipulate like multiverses in like the universe and stuff. So
Which also, Nathaniel Richards
Mhm.
is part of the dynasty that leads to Kang.
Yes.
Because I believe it is like the original Kang was a descendant of Reed Richards, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
I know maybe not the original, but I know they
Because
eventually
Kang's a
tie
big
it in.
part in Fantastic Four. That's like his main, like in the old comics, right?
Right.
Hmm. So yeah, we get. I think it's Franklin Richards get born because we get Susan. The names are this. Yeah, Susan
Yeah,
Richards.
Susan Storm.
Susan Storm. She's giving birth to. I don't know if it's the daughter or if it's the. But I think it's. We think in the nerd community we don't get Franklin Richards. All right. Do you want to talk about the second photo? It is Lady Silver Surfer as like a human though. So it's like.
Right.
Mhm.
So something that I think that they might do to kind of tie that in, because she is supposed to play the Silver Surfer, is
Yes.
that in order to scope out a planet for Galactus,
Yes.
they
She needs to go incognito.
she goes incognito, and it's kind of like a spy. Like
Mhm.
she's kind of like boots on the ground, some real like Cold War level stuff,
Yes.
and she is, communicating with Galactus, and I think that's why she is dressed in normal civilian clothes and looks like a human,
Yes.
is because
Which
she
is
is a spy.
Which I'm kind of iffy on. I don't know if I like that. I kind of would like to see her in full Silver Surfer, this costume the whole entire time.
Right.
But if they work it well, I'm fine with that. They just got to do it really well. It can't be like, because she's supposed to be Lady Nova, too. There's like that also. She could be that or the Silver Surfer. There's a lot of rumors with her. We don't really know.
See, I heard that I haven't heard anything about Lady Nova. I've
Mhm.
only heard about the Silver Surfer. But what I
Mhm.
have heard about is that there were two different people that they were going to get to play the Silver Surfer.
Actors,
And yeah,
actresses. Sorry.
Well, no. One of them was a guy. I
Oh.
can't remember his name
Mhm.
for the life of me, but he was the long rumored person who would play the Silver Surfer, and then she got the part.
Mhm.
And I think he made. I think it was a Twitter post about it where he kind of just expressed like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna do that." Um,
Yeah.
so
'Cause
they could be just pulling a switcheroo on us,
Yeah, because
and
no,
maybe
it's not.
he's
I said
Silver
that wrong.
Surfer.
She's Shalal. Oh my goodness, I can't. Shalabal, which is the Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
It's Julia Garner who they went with. Can I also say something about this cast?
go
People
for
are
it.
hating on it. The only thing I do not like is Johnny Storm, because we've seen photos of him in costume. He kind of looks like He's the guy from Stranger Things, Joseph
Eddie.
Quinn.
Yep.
Yeah, and he looks like a dork. Like, no offense, but like Chris Evans, Johnny Storm is top tier. We saw that in Deadpool. It's like you can't beat that. So I hope he's
See,
like kind of cool.
but I liked Joseph Quinn in Stranger Things. I
Hmm.
think that he's gonna do good.
Was he? What was he in Stranger? Like, was he a cool guy or was he?
He was Eddie. He was kind of like
I haven't watched
a,
it. I
a
only watched his first
social.
season.
He was kind of more of like a social outcast,
Okay,
like
so he is. So it's not.
metalhead. He
Okay.
was a cool character though. He was a really good character. He's some of people's favorite, and for good reason, because
Okay. Is
he's
he
got
just a
he's
lovable
got
character?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I don't
He's got
want.
some of the most he has one of the most badass scenes
Okay.
in the series in my opinion
Okay.
because it has to do with Metallica, sacrifice, and flying little bat creatures. It's so fucking
Nice.
cool, dude. It's so cool.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I have high hopes because I really liked him in Stranger Things. I just think that a lot of people are gonna go in with this kind of, oh, but he's not gonna be Chris Evans, Johnny Storm.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Which-
I
which-
like every other casting. People are hating on Pedro. I'm like, why? He's Pedro Pascal. He's gonna be good. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
um, Ralph Eisen, the voice of God. So with Galactus, I think we'll be all right. The only
Yes.
thing with Galactus, well, let's go Galactus. I'm going Galactus.
all right,
I'm going in
Galactus.
on Galactus. I think, in my opinion, he's done it. I think they're gonna do it. They're gonna kill him off in this movie. And
See,
the thing is, we're gonna because we get multiverse Galactus. So I think they're
right.
gonna do that.
Right,
So,
and there is a Galactus in each universe, so they
Mhm.
could
Yes, that's
comfortably
what-
kill this one off.
yeah.
See, I'm going to add to that. I think that we're going to see Doctor Doom, RDJ's Doctor Doom, kill Galactus. And
Yes,
I think
that's what.
the
That's what
first step is going to be he's going to take Galactus's power.
yes, he steals Galactus's power. Another theory is so I'm gonna say one thing about I'll go to my theory, but if we get like what I'm hoping, this is like out of the box, but if we get like a 10-minute post-credit scene with him just fighting Galactus, or at the end of the movie, that'd be pretty sick. Just
That would
10-minute fight
that
scene.
would be sick.
Mhm.
See, okay. So speaking of Doom absorbing people's power, right?
Yeah.
The way that he creates battle
Battle. Yeah.
and how he becomes God Emperor Doom has to do with a character called the Molecule Man,
Yes.
who is essentially a set being in every reality that's kind of like a kill switch.
Is he's Spider-Man though, right? Or is
See,
he just
people see we don't have a Molecule Man in the MCU,
yes.
and people are throwing around the idea of Molecule Man being turned from, Molecule Man into the Anchor Beings.
Okay. So,
So-
he's an anchor being for the
So
616 or a different universe?
well, they think that instead of killing off all of the quote unquote Molecule Men, he's going to absorb the power of all of the Anchor Beings. And
Okay.
that's how he's going to become God Emperor Doom. Is he would kind of use the Anchor Beings against the Beyonders and then take their power like he does in the comics.
Mhm.
Now that being said, we have no idea who would be on the chopping block
Yes.
in
Like-
the MCU. People have thrown around that Spider-Man could
Yeah.
be the MCU's Anchor Being, and the only way that I think that they could do that and kind of stick to that, unless they just introduce Molecule Man as somebody who is in the background,
Mhm.
the entire time, which they could do. They very well could do. But if they wanted to stay the route of Anchor Beings,
Mhm.
I think that they could do Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and they could kill him off briefly.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
But something that I'm going to draw to is
Spider-Man 4.
from the Spider-Man 2
Spider-Man 2.
Insomniac game that came out.
Oh, okay.
So there's a scene in that where Peter is mortally wounded and he is dying. And the Venom symbiote latches onto him and it saves his life and it resurrects him. So what I think that they could do is they could have the scene where Doctor Doom absorbs everybody's power and goes against the Beyonders and takes their power, and then right before he creates Battleworld, we watch the symbiote that Venom left behind, which has presumably been making its way closer and closer to Peter Parker.
2.
Yep, he left it at the end of Spider-Man 3.
Oh, yes.
And I think that we're going to see it latch on to Peter. And that's how he's going to get the symbiote for Secret Wars.
What are we thinking? End of Spider-Man 4? Or do you think Spider-Man... Because Spider-Man 4, we've learned, is in between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Maybe not. That's something with the new Sony and Marvel deal.
Oh, okay.
Let me speak on this real quick. We got about 7 minutes left. So Secret Wars, or not Secret Wars, sorry, Sony and Marvel deal.
Yeah.
They redid Tom Holland's contract. He is good for 3 more solo movies and 3 more appearances in Marvel movies, including Secret Wars. They renegotiated his contract previously, and that gave us No Way Home, and Doomsday or Kang Dynasty was included in that previous contract. So we've got Tom Holland for 3 more solo Spider-Man movies.
Oh my gosh.
And 2 other Marvel projects that we don't know where he's going to be.
Okay.
And then Secret Wars. But that is a lot of Spider-Man, and I'm here for it. I love Spider-Man.
Are you a Tom Holland guy?
I'm more so a Spider-Man guy.
Okay.
I love Spider-Man. He is one of my top 3 Marvel heroes. So he has to play a major role in all of those movies.
Yeah, Doomsday.
That was
Secret Wars,
and the other 2 that have not been announced.
Yeah,
he's got to play a big role in that. That was something that Sony wanted, and I think that was the original idea, because the rumor that was floating around is that Tom Holland's Spider-Man would have been the kind of focal character of Secret War.
Yeah, that's what
could
we're going
still
with
be
right now.
That could
him
still
and
be
Doctor
happening.
Strange are tight. Are gonna be tight again, because we had that in No Way Home. But
which will make sense when we get to talking about Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah,
and some things that could happen with that. There's a lot on that does involve RDJ's Doom and Battleworld. If you know, but you're gonna have to wait until we get to that.
Yes.
So that was the whole renegotiation of the Marvel deal with Sony regarding Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I think that we're not going to see this. Okay, something else. I keep getting sidetracked and I keep forgetting. So, Doomsday and Spider-Man 4 are going to be filming early 2025.
Yeah,
they have just
announced
that.
So with this new deal, because it was Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, Secret Wars, did that change?
That's what people think, because Doomsday is slated 2026.
Okay,
but they're filming Spider-Man 4 and Doomsday at the same time.
I would like it, because I do not like Spider-Man after Doomsday. I think it needs to be before Doomsday.
People think that they can release Spider-Man 4 before Doomsday because they're filming them at the same time. And I think that if they do that, then the post-credit scene for Spider-Man 4 is going to heavily tie into Doomsday.
Yes.
So
they're putting all... Oh my goodness, they're doing it again. They're putting all their chips in Spider-Man, and God, please be good, because they did it with Kang. They did it with pretty much Kang. That's all I can think about it now. But they did it with Kang, and it ended so bad, because that was their whole...
But that really wasn't Marvel's fault. That was Jonathan Majors got in a bad situation, and they kind of had to do that.
And they pivoted. I mean, they pivoted. It was a rough couple of years.
But they handled it the best that they could.
Yeah, they got us RDJ.
They got it. We're getting Doctor Doom, man.
Yes.
I'm excited for that.
Yes, because people wanted Doctor Doom over Kang, so that's like...
Yes. See, the thing is, you can't do Secret Wars without Doom.
No.
You can do Kang Dynasty, that's fine, but you cannot have a Secret Wars storyline without Doctor Doom.
All right.
Unless you just deviate heavily, and that would not have sat well with a lot of people, I don't think.
All right. The finish off is what, 5?
We've got 2.5 on the timer.
Okay.
And a few minutes after that, so we've got maybe 3 or 4.
3. I'm just gonna say, what do you think Doomsday is? So we get the 60+ characters. People are saying it's just like a build-up movie for Doctor Doom. Because what other movies would they put him in to build him up? What are we thinking?
See, I think it's going to be more of a showcase than it is a build-up movie.
Yes.
I've heard that the Avengers will know that a threat is coming, and I think Doomsday is going to be focused around Doctor Doom trying to get a hold of whoever our Molecule Man or Anchor Being is, and I think it's going to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
So are you saying Molecule Man isn't Anchor Being for the 616?
No. I'm saying that that the MCU's Molecule Man, in quotations, because it's not. I don't think it's actually going to be Molecule Man. I think it's going to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because if you think about it, like, that's going to pit Tom Holland up against basically his dad. It is going to be one of the most emotionally driven, hard-hitting conflicts that we've seen.
Yes.
Because Iron Man and Spider-Man were closer than probably any other duo in the MCU. So I think that's the direction that they're going for.
Rhodes and Spider. I mean, Rhodes and
Tony were really close, but they didn't have that kind of familiar. They didn't have that father-son
connection.
Yeah, they didn't have that. And I think that's really what they're going to be harping on, and I think that's why they're going to go with the Anchor Beings instead of the Molecule Man. And I think that's what's going to happen in Doomsday, is that they're going to know that something's coming, and then that threat is going to arrive. And I think that's going to be Doom, and I think that he's going to go after Spider-Man.
Okay, I want to... For Fantastic Four, or... No, for Thunderbolts, or... I don't know.
Okay, we've got 6 minutes left. We're good. I can see the timer now.
Yeah, we're good. There's another theory that Galactus could fight a Celestial. We don't know which one, because I don't think it's going to be the one in Cap 4, which we'll get into.
Tiamat's dead.
Yeah.
Well, not in the Fantastic Four timeline.
No. So, because it would just be Galactus fighting... Yeah, Galactus, so not the one in
the MCU, right?
Yeah, not the one in MCU, because it's dead, but a different one, Galactus versus a Celestial, which I think would be insane. And it's a weird theory, but it's like Doctor Doom comes in and steals both of their powers.
See, I was about to say that. As you were saying that, I was thinking it in my head, and I was like, So like how they're going to end that movie is the Fantastic Four are going to be fighting against Galactus, which they don't know that their entire world is in danger.
Yes.
And then I think at the end of that movie, we're going to see Tiamat emerge. We're going to see him and Galactus duke it out. And then
that Earth is weird. That the universe that Fantastic Four is weird. I don't think it's not normal.
It's retro futuristic. It is ahead of its time.
Another photo that we saw was a west view, like what we saw in WandaVision.
Yeah.
So things are going on in that Earth. So
yeah. So I agree with you. I think we're gonna see Doom swoop in and either kill whoever wins that fight, or he's gonna steal both of their power while they're both in a weakened state, and then that's gonna be Doctor Doom's beginnings as the road to God Emperor Doom. I think you're on the money with that one.
Yeah, because people are saying that is this RDJ's Doctor Doom like home, like that's his like base.
Yes, I think that's been confirmed that we are going to see some of RDJ's Doom, and it makes sense for him to originate in that universe because it's
a Fantastic Four movie. And
and Doctor Doom is Reed Richards'
Best no,
like arch nemesis kind of.
Yeah. Friend turned nemesis turn.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so to wrap it up on the first episode, we got Doom, we got Fantastic Four, and the new Sony.
We've touched a little bit on Spider-Man.
We touched a little bit on Spider-Man. Stay tuned because next episode we're going Venom because the new trail. Hold on. That was pretty good. It was very good. Trailer dropped. We're super pumped. Dude, after that trailer, I am going insane.
I am cautiously optimistic. I'll put it like that.
You're not full sending?
I'm not full sending, and I'll get into that. But for those of you listening or watching, you gotta wait.
That'll be, I don't know when that'll come out. We'll
come out a week after whenever this comes out. So stay
All
tuned.
Right. So thank you so much for watching, listening, wherever, because we are on Spotify. We're on YouTube. If you're watching, if you're listening, we're on Spotify. Tell everybody, share. Subscribe on YouTube. I've never said that before in my life, but it's kind of cool.
I have because I have a failed YouTube channel. I'll say it better. Subscribe, dude. If you like it, if you want to hear more, subscribe. If
this is our first episode, man.
If you don't dislike it, it ain't gonna hurt us. It's just gonna let us know that you don't like what you're hearing.
Yeah. To be honest, we've been planning this for, I want to say 6 months.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
We're finally
I'm gonna show.
We together.
Have voice notes on Snapchat that are like probably 30 minutes between both of us on just one episode.
More than that.
Yeah. Just on one episode of like an Acolyte or like anything that comes out. So we are pumped to be able to do this. It's been a long time coming. Thank you so much. You got anything else to say, Logan?
I think that just about wraps it up.
All right. Thank you for watching, listening to What the Nerd. Peace.
All you lovely people, we will see you
next week.